This is another For My People discussion on what's happening in the community. And specifically, when you look over on the corner of Lafayette and Grand Boulevard, you see a church. There's Church of Messiah. Been there for a long time. They have a couple of things that are coming up that you should know about. First of all, it's the anniversary of the Messiah Housing Corporation and also the Churches and Citizens United for Safety. Welcome to For My People, Barry Randolph. You don't like to be called Reverend, but you are Reverend. Right. Could you tell us a little bit, first of all, about the Housing Corporation?
Yes. The Housing Corporation was established back in 1978 by Church of the Messiah. The neighborhood that surrounded Church of the Messiah was really beginning to go down. And some members of the church decided that they wanted to do something about it. So with a lot of faith, very little money, we started Church of the Messiah Housing Corporation. Here we are 31 years later, and $40 million invested in the neighborhood later. And now Messiah Housing Corporation manages 203 units of affordable housing in the city of Detroit in the Islandview area on the Lower East Side of Detroit.
When you look at that, Reverend Randolph, it's not like Messiah is getting rich like the mega churches, but it looks like this money is actually really going back into the community. Absolutely.
What everybody needs to understand is Church of the Messiah is one of the oldest CDCs in the state. So the thing is, we do community development. We get no money for it. It's nonprofit. The church gets no money from any of the property, any of the rent, or anything that comes in to the Housing Corporation. That's used to develop the property and keep the property up, and also to pay for it, to pay the mortgages and the bills that need to be taken care of. So that money does not come back into the church. A lot of people don't know that.
Now, in terms of the anniversary that's coming up, what kinds of things are you doing to commemorate that?
Actually, we're doing a lot. One thing is we have a DVD. It's a DVD. It's back from a few years ago because we have no money to do a new one. But we have a DVD that talks about some of our partners. We have information that's on our website that can tell you more about what's going on at Messiah Housing. Also, at our fundraising dinner, this year is going to be held at the War Memorial in Grosse Pointe Farms. We're going to talk about all of the projects that Church of the Messiah has already done and the new projects that's going to come up in the future, which is going to be a little bit tricky because the economy is bad, the housing market is flat, but we're still going to progress on doing projects in the city of Detroit.
What is your website?
Our website, well, you can go to Messiah Housing, I believe it's messiahhousing.com, and that should give you more information. You can also call the Housing Corporation at area code 313-267-1010 or Church of the Messiah 567-1158.
That's a lot of information.
It's a lot of information
to absorb, but as a transition, I want to ask you, do you have housing available for people who need it now?
Absolutely. We have housing for people who need it now. They can come to the Housing Corporation, which is 1157 Concord on the east side of Detroit, 48207, 1157 Concord.
You're also involved with Church of Messiah, something that's very important. We've heard all of the issues that have come about through the news. Heard about a 13-year-old girl getting shot, drive-by shootings, and so forth. And you've been involved for quite some time in Churches and Citizens United for Safety. Yes. What are you doing in terms of that?
Okay, Churches and Citizens United for Safety is a part of Church of the Messiah that was started a little over a year ago. And it actually started when some idiot thought the Jesus on the side of the church, green Jesus, was made out of copper and actually is made out of plaster. Some idiot thought it was worth money, took it off the side of the church, stole it. And that's what let us know that we were in trouble in the city of Detroit when people thought it was no big deal to steal from a church. And that emblem has been on the side of Church of the Messiah for over 70 years. The church is 108 years old, but somebody took it. We knew we had a problem. So in talking to the people in the neighborhood, they started telling us, you know what? Somebody stole my catalytic converter off my car. Somebody stole my downspout. Somebody stole my gutters. One man, while he was in a hospital, somebody stole the aluminum siding off the side of his house. We knew we had a problem. And then, of course, there's the problem of crime in the city. So what we did was we decided the church needs to take a more proactive role in the community. So we started Citizens and Churches United for Safety. And it's a grassroots organization that brings together local government, law enforcement, businesses, churches, and the average citizen coming together to make a difference in the city of Detroit. We've had about 5 or 6 different town hall meetings, and they've been very well attended, from the mayor or the past mayor Ken Cockrell, members of city council, Senator Hanson Clark, people from all different types of walks of life have come and made a major difference in the city. So this is a really good effort to help stop crime.
But in conclusion, basically, this is a grassroots effort, and so
Absolutely.
you go out into the street basically to try to do what you can do
Absolutely.
to stop these acts of crime.
Absolutely, and actually we've been working with the police department, the Northeast District. We've been working with them in order to get a handle on the crime that's in our neighborhood. And we invite all churches and all citizens to become a part. Don't just sit back and say, there's so much crime going on in Detroit, somebody ought to do something about it. That somebody is you. So if you stand up and if you decide you're going to make a difference, other citizens will get up and make a difference too.
Well, my people has been speaking with Reverend Barry Randolph. He is the one of the ministers, or the minister over at the Church of the Messiah. He doesn't like to say all of that, but nonetheless, we do thank him for joining us on this edition of For My People and telling us about what the Church of Messiah is doing right in the hood, as it were.
In the hood.
And so we thank him for joining us. And if you'd like to find out more about this or anything else you've heard here, reach us on our website at projectbait.blackgold.net. That's projectbait.blackgold.net.
Customer receipts, payroll, inventory, mailing label, tax reports. I've got computers, but my business still isn't organized. What can I do? You need the Office Assistant billing and bookkeeping software. Bring your business into the 21st century. Call Electronic Services 313-341-1821. That's 313-341-1821.
Little Rock Baptist Church is the going church for the coming Christ. You want to find out more about services which are held every Sunday at 11 a.m., call 313-872-2900. I run into you quite a bit, and you talk about what you like on For My People. Rather than just telling me or just saying you like the program, why don't you send us something on an email at projectbait@att.net. That's projectbait@att.net. We want to know what you think, whether you like it, whether you didn't like a segment, you want to see something else. Definitely be in contact with us. projectbait@att.net.